In the Bowl.
Welcome to In the Bowl podcast. Shout out to Hustle 5-Way Studios for having us. I'm your host, Nas.
You got it tall, man.
This show is being brought to you and sponsored by the nation's own Sisha to You, where they not only do your retail, private events, and distribution, but provide an experience like no other. What's up?
Man, what's going on?
What's happening?
You know, I find it kind of hard to look that way. You wearing all this Cowboys paraphernalia makes me uncomfortable.
So we're gonna cheers, you know.
Yeah.
We're gonna cheers to a great week.
No, we're cheersing to the respect that we both have for each other.
There we go. I hear you.
All right.
But no, man, you know, I had to come through, you know. We can't be in the nation's capital and not bring up what happened over the weekend, you know. I feel that this is a suitable, you know, fit for today's, you know, discussion, considering that it is the giving season. And, you know, we came into town and gladly gave the gift of L's.
I mean, first and
to
foremost,
the Washington team. So let's just hand them things out.
You all got lucky, but the game is the game. The final score is the final score. So I'm not going to debate that because that's not debatable. But we will talk about, you know, how you all are prima donnas. You know, Jerry Jones flew heated benches to FedEx Field on Sunday. Now, I don't know about you, but I was outside a good majority of Sunday afternoon. It was like 50 degrees outside, sun is shining.
That's fair.
Why do you need a heated bench?
I mean, I think that's fair. I mean, that's a, you know, valid question. But at the end of the day, is, you know, we got that dub. We got that W. That's where we at.
We'll see
so
y'all in 2 weeks.
even being prima donnas, you know, we go back to the game. You know, the men showed up, man. The boys. That's what we did. Defense won the game.
You know, I'm trying to look at your eyeballs to see if you really believe the stuff you're saying right now. Because it sounds like you're reading from a note card. You've been coached up. It's like, hey, these are your bullet points. Just make sure you hit all these targets here, and everyone will like that.
I walked in the store the other day, right? You know, I'm about to just, you know, grab me something, a beverage, you know. And this lady was like, he got his little cowboy shirt on and stuff. You know how good that made me feel inside? Because she recognized and realized of what happened over the weekend, and she was hurt inside. It made me feel great. Not that she was hurt, but she saw the star walk in.
Yeah, the star walk in, huh? We're going to see how the rest of the season plays out, you know, because unlike, you know, the Cowboys fans, you know, Washington football fans, you know, I'm one of the realistic ones where, you know, we don't start the season. I'm talking Super Bowl and things like that. It's like, look, we're going to take it week by week and see what happens. You know, right now we're in the wild card hunt. Will we make it? I'm hopefully optimistic. You know, I don't think it's going to happen. Even if you all, you know, win the East. I mean, the East this year, I mean, to be honest, the East is trash.
The East has been trash for a couple of years now, let's keep it honest.
Yeah, you really can't brag about winning the East, you know, but, you know, you got to have, you know, your loyalties.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about the East at the moment. I'm worried, I'm just excited about beating you all, you know? And at the end of the day, you know, like I said, the defense showed up, something we've been waiting around for a while. You know, the secondary is decent, you know? That boy Pearson is nasty with it. You know, so you know, that's something we needed, you know, and they stepped up and showed up.
But you know, I did see a quote from Jerry Jones when I was watching TV. I don't know if it was Monday or Tuesday, maybe this morning, and he was saying that, you know, he believes Dak is going through a slump. You know, they put up stats, you know, his first few games, last 6 games, and, you know, all the numbers are down. So, I mean, I don't have a lot of faith in you all making any in-depth run in the playoffs. You know, if y'all get in the wild card game, y'all not walking out of there, man.
But we beat y'all though, right?
So your whole season comes down to we beat the Washington football team.
Nah, so my season goes down to we're as good as our last game. And our last game was beating you all. So I walk proudly.
Now it's funny, we talk every week, and I've never heard you say you're good as your last game after some of those L's y'all took this year.
Again, the last. We don't talk about the past. We talk about the last game. Let's keep the main thing the main thing. We're talking about the last game.
You know, y'all play the Giants at home or in New York?
In New York.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to watching that game. You know, usually I watch the Red Zone. No promo to the Red Zone, but it has fantasy implications. But we're going to see Sunday about 4 o'clock. You know, how confident you are in this, you know, you're good as your last game.
Again, I'm not worried about tomorrow. I'm living for the last game, so I'm sure.
You know, I like you being consistent. You're sticking with it. That's why I respect you.
And once again, to my boys, beating y'all.
You know, I swear one day I'm going to take over that soundboard. But it's all good, man. So, you know, what else was going this week? How was your weekend?
It was good. It was good. I checked my folks out at Smiles and Good Times. They had a brunch. You know. Yeah, man. They had a brunch. They had matter of fact, Sisha to You was there.
I did see him in the building.
Yeah, Sisha to You was there. They provided variety blends of flavors. You know, it was a cool little vibe, man. It was nice. Like, it wasn't like your normal setting. It was just one of those things where there's a great vibe in there. Everyone was just chilling, you know. I was able to spectate the game there, and it was you know, it was good. It was a good time.
Definitely.
Smiles and Good Times definitely did their thing.
Yeah.
And definitely big ups to Chef Rosa, man. Chef Rosa, that food he made was phenomenal, you know, and it's good. Like, he catered to the crowd there. Like, he kind of was like a DJ in the kitchen. Like,
Exactly.
He catered to his crowd, and it was a solid time, man. So
yeah, no, it was a good time, and it was a good day for it. You know, I spent the majority of the day up on that beautiful rooftop, you know, smoking hookah, you know, enjoying myself. But, you know, before I left for the evening, you know, I had to go downstairs and shake his hand, you know, because he definitely did his thing, and I was impressed.
Yeah. So definitely big ups to Chef Rosen. Definitely, you know, look him up. You know, matter of fact, you know, we were rapping, and he was talking about how he does like catered events and stuff like that. So definitely, like we say, we talk about on the show all the time. We promote Black excellence. So definitely hit up Chef Rosen on Instagram. You know, at Chef Rosen 87. Hit him up. He did his thing. So big ups to Chef.
He did. Yeah, because, you know, Saturday night, you know, we had the annual Ugly Sweater Party.
Yeah.
You know, and since I was designated as a co-host, I was not able to partake in the prize giveaways.
Okay.
You know, but it was good, and everybody, you know, showed up and showed out. You know, there were a lot of creative outfits out there.
That's what's up. It was always good times. Matter of fact, some folks from, I think, because I heard some people just talking about, you know, the Christmas party, you know, the Ugly Sweater Party at the brunch, and it seemed like it was live because some folks showed up the same condition they left the party. So, you know, seemed like that thing was all the way live.
Yeah. You know, I think it started about 4 o'clock. You know, I think we went to probably about 1:30 or 2.
That's what's up.
You know, so it was a long night, but like I told you last week, you know, we definitely had to make sure that, you know, we were up and about, you know, to come check out the big brunch. So it was a good time. Good time, good food, good people, you know, good company, good energy.
What's up?
You know, we're sad we missed you, but, you know, we know, you know, you had some things going on Saturday, but that just means that you have to make the one next year.
Oh, for sure. It'll be all the way live. For sure. That's the game, you know what I'm saying? Just definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely be in the building next year. Definitely. You know, so what's up?
Oh man, not too much. You know, last week we had our first interview. You know, we had a couple of you know, challenges, you know, with technology, but, you know, we worked our way through it, and, you know, made sure that, you know, we put out a good product. You know, so I was really impressed with it, and definitely looking forward to, you know, having more folks on the show, and, you know, being able to spotlight, you know, talent of, you know, of the DMV, or, you know, folks we know that have their own businesses, or artists, or things of that nature to keep it moving. So I mean, that was big.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was definitely, like you said, you know, working out some little quirks or whatever, but it was definitely a great time. And was good just to, you know, like I say, to highlight. You know what I'm saying? People doing good stuff in the community. So that's what's up.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, it's crazy because I heard a rumor last night. I didn't know if it was true or not. I heard that some KFCs in the DC area and in Houston, Atlanta are offering mumbo sauce on the side.
Oh. Well, mumbo sauce is definitely a very local thing. So
That is I was gonna say a DC staple, but a DMV staple. You know, so to see them getting their shine. You know, first it was in the grocery store. It's like, okay, all right,
yeah,
making progress there. But you know, now they're hooked up with a big chain. I mean, that's impressive.
that's big. That's big. That's big. That's what's up. That's why I say, you know, even like you said, we highlighted, you know, Cover Boy last week. You know, being from Silver Spring, and like as you mentioned, you know, DMV definitely is making a name, has been making a name, continue to make a name, and will continue to make a name, you know, and you know what I'm saying, set that footprint out there, you know. So it will be known, and that's what's up, man. I love seeing that.
Yeah, and I think it was very strategic because, I mean, think about it, you know, Meg Thee Stallion, you know, just released her hottie sauce, you know, with Popeyes. And, you know, everybody was hype off that, and then we come, 2-3 weeks later, maybe a month later, and, you know, now mumbo sauce is starting to creep up, so that's it's interesting.
That's big. That's big. That's what's up. Mumbo sauce. That's definitely what's up. I remember there was a go-go band called Mumbo Sauce.
No, I think you're right. You know, I'm the old head. You know, so I went with the you know the older ones. You know, the Essences, the Groovers. You know, JY back.
Yeah.
You know,
Those are staples. So you don't.
Yeah. After that era, you know, I started losing track. You know, I mean, I would hear, you know, some of the songs or hear different things. You know, but I couldn't really, you know, get into, you know, who was who. You know, I would party with it.
Yeah.
You know, but I wouldn't know, you know, who's playing, you know.
No, I feel you. You know, I think we were, you know, back in UCB, but like I said, you know what I'm saying, it was just, that's what it was, Rock Mikey, that's my shit.
Oh yeah, definitely can't leave out, you know, UCB. You know, boy Rashad, you know, from Morgan, you know, he was in UCB, but yeah, man, good times though.
Yeah, always a good time, always.
Now, you know, I'm sitting here and I'm trying to have a serious conversation with you, but all this blue you have on and that damn hat is very distracting.
Oh, it's the season, you know. Like, don't people put like silver and white and little snowflakes on their Christmas trees? Like, I'm being festive. Embrace it, you know.
Oh, that's what you call it?
I call it that. You know, be festive. You know, I'm in the season. Tis is the season, and that's where I'm at.
You know, in my mind, and we were talking about it, you know, pre-show. I really have a lot of thoughts of what I could do to that hat. They're not good thoughts. They're very bad thoughts that I'm trying my best not to act on. So I'm hoping that before this show is done, that hat will be somewhere out there.
I think that's okay. I do have legal and retainer, so I'm okay. So that's fine.
We got the same lawyer at the conflict of interest.
You gotta pick a side. Pick a side.
I guess we'll see how that goes.
That's fair.
Maybe we go to, you know, counseling or something.
Sound like a personal problem. We'll be all right.
Oh man, you know, well, let's get into this first topic. You know,
Yeah.
I think one of the things that seemed to be blowing up on social media was Ciara twerking
Yeah.
in an advertisement.
Yeah.
And
So hold on real quick. The wild part is, I think everyone saw, you know, the video and the clip. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think anyone knew it was an advertisement.
I think 90% of people didn't know.
Yeah. Maybe if you're in that world, you saw advertisement, but nah. I didn't know it was advertisement.
No, I had no idea. I mean, you know, I'm not a big social media person, you know, so when I'm scrolling through things, half the time my sound isn't on. You know, so I didn't know until it was pointed out to me that, you know, she was, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was like the 10-to-1 rum. She was advertising that rum,
Okay.
which, you know, we had at the house a couple months ago. we tried it
Yeah,
out.
yeah. I remember. We took a couple shots. We took a couple sips of it.
Yeah. No, we're not going to talk too much about them because they're not sponsors.
Exactly.
I hadn't got a case of rum, at the door yet, so we'll leave that alone. But
Facts.
it was just interesting. I'm trying to see if the ad served its purpose because, like you said, everyone knows or everyone saw and observed, it's working, but they had no idea what was going on. Nothing flashed up that says, sponsored by blah, 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 or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was just a clip, and I had no idea it was an advertisement. I mean, because usually you do the advertisement. Isn't the purpose of it is to be that's the focal point.
Exactly.
I don't know why you would put that video up and have that compete with the bottle of rum.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very interesting perspective.
I guess.
I think that's
maybe you should what they say, click the link in the bio. Maybe that's what you should have done to figure out what the purpose was.
No, and mapping back to Ciara and her career, do you think the man Russell Wilson is going to stay in Seattle beyond this season? I know back in the day, Seattle, they were a force to be reckoned with, especially that defense.
Yeah, I mean, what was it called, the 6 man or something like that, right? Just that crowd in general, like that.
Well, yeah, the crowd.
Yeah, sure, the whole
12
thing.
Man. Yeah.
12 man, here you go.
Yeah, because she put her career on hold. To go out there, support her man. And, coming out of, Seattle in the Pacific Northwest, I mean, unless you're like a rock band or something like that, you don't hear about, a lot of, R&B or, hip hop artists, doing things.
They do a lot of grunge out there, don't they?
Exactly.
Yeah, they do a lot of grunge out there. No, I agree. I mean, I think it's, it's 2-part, right? I respect the fact that, not that she put her career on hold, but I know me as a man, right? Me as a husband, I feel that you find that person that is going to support you. You find that person, the fact that she did that, and she was fully invested. I think there was this clip that came out, and they just talk about how a lot of men, we talk about mental health, we just talk about the whole shebang, right? And you have someone who supports you, gives you that backing and that reassurance that no matter what happens, we're gonna get through whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, definitely hats off to Ciara for just, doing that, and I'm sure, Russell definitely appreciates that. And I think, as you mentioned, like, he's leaving Seattle simply for the fact that, Ciara now wants to go back for that. So, I definitely just think, definitely want to just give Ciara a clap, applause for that, just for doing that, So definitely for all the women out there just supporting your man from an emotional standpoint, just backing, just being in the trenches with them, hats off.
Yeah, going all that, when you have a partner, who supports you to that level, it makes life, a lot easier to, reach and attain those goals.
Yeah.
Because if you have somebody that's, always nagging or, complaining about, things that may be missed, that takes, a weight on you. So that's what's up. And, it's funny, I don't know if you ever heard my Ciara story. I actually met Ciara back in the day when she first came out.
Okay.
And, there's a statute of limitations on this story, so I feel free to speak it, publicly now and live my truths.
Okay, that's what we're about. Okay.
So I was out in Vegas, for a work trip. And, I got back to my hotel and, this commercial popped up and I'm sitting there eating my food. It's like, hey, American Billboard Awards, the MGM Grand. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. And like 15 minutes later, the same commercial came on again. I'm like, well, I'm at the MGM Grand. So my guy, by the 4th time I saw the commercial, I was like, I'm gonna call, see if I can get some tickets. Right? So I called the number and, got tickets. So, I'm actually conducting a training out there.
Okay.
So I was a very good instructor that day. So I was like, hey class, look, we're doing well, we're moving along quickly in this.
Get to the point.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap up a little early today so we get out of here. So I get back to the the hotel. Still in my suit. Straight from train. To the hotel. So I saw the show. I was like, this is cool. Afterwards, I was walking around. Met the man, Flavor Flav, Diana Ross, Tommy Davidson. I mean, it was star-studded.
There you go.
So I'm on the flight back from Vegas to Philly.
Yeah.
So I'm standing in line to get on the plane because I think I'm on like group 6. So you know how it is. You're in the back of the line, like, man, there could be no overheads left.
Yeah.
But luckily, it wasn't Southwest, so I had seat assignments.
I got you.
So I knew I had.
got you.
Yeah. I had already talked with them, and I had my exit row, so I was good. But I look, and there's this lady in front of me wearing like this white bubble coat with a hood on. I was like, hey, who is this? And why do you have all the one leaving Vegas?
Yeah.
So come to find out, it was Ciara.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. So, me being me, I'm cool. I'm like, hey, great performance last night. You did your thing. I think you have a bright future ahead of you.
This is early game.
Exactly. Just keeping things, real simple.
This is like right after she was doing something on top of a Jeep. I think she introduced like twerking on top of a Jeep. I think she was like I feel like she was a pioneer of twerking. Because technically what twerking is now is exactly what she did on top of the Jeep. No, it wasn't even a Jeep. I don't know if it was a Jeep or a Cutlass. It was a Cutlass, I think.
It had been a Cutlass.
I think it was a Cutlass.
It had been a Cutlass.
She started that.
So I don't know, I can't confirm, the first twerking video, so we can come back to that. But, I do want to tell you about the rest of the story.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It is a wild story. So I'm on the flight, I'm on my aisle seat. I'm sitting here on my laptop, doing a little work. And, I'm sitting not too far from the bathroom. So Ciara comes up, and she's like standing right beside my seat. So I'm sitting here typing. I'm like, all right, whatever. She's waiting to go to the bathroom. She's standing like 3, 4, 5 minutes. I'm like, this is a little awkward, right? Because the flight from Vegas to Philly is about 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe 5. So about an hour later, she comes back and does the same thing. I'm like, okay, something's going on here. So she went to the bathroom. I was like, man, I don't want to be a groupie. So I went through my bag and I pulled out my ticket from the Billboard Award show. So when she came out, I was like, hey, look, I don't mean to bother you, but would you sign, my ticket from the award show?
So real quick, I want to make sure I clarify this. So you didn't want to be a groupie, but you intentionally went to the bag to get the ticket for the show for her to sign it.
Facts.
Okay. So.
Facts. So she was like, hey, cool. So she signed it, right? So the rest of the flight, we're sitting here flying. It's about 2 hours left. And I'm like, Ciara flirting with me? I did have on my DKNY suit, black pinstripes. I was looking pretty good.
I feel you.
Looking good, I was feeling good. So we landed.
I feel like this story happened like the early 2000s, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, definitely. This is like, maybe
99.
2003, 2004.
Okay.
Like I said, it was early on when she was starting. So she gets to Philly, and I'm like, you know what? We're both in the same line to get some food. Now, one, I got a cheesesteak at the airport.
Okay.
Big mistake. You should never get a cheesesteak at the airport.
You're wild and give you the bubblies.
Man, especially when you got that 45-minute flight from Philly back down to DCA.
Yeah, no bueno.
So I talked myself into it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to shoot my shot at Ciara. I'm like, what do I have to lose? Mm-hmm. So as soon as I was ready to say something, this rapper came out of nowhere. And when I say rapper, you remember the man Gorilla Black?
Yeah.
When he came out sound like Biggie.
Yeah.
Man, dude swooped in and was like the biggest cock blocker.
Damn.
I'm sitting here, ready to make my move. He walks up, yo, Ciara, yo, what's up, this and that, blah, 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 blah. By the time I look up, she's got her salad or whatever she had. I got my cheesesteak. She's on the way to Atlanta. I'm on the way to DCA. So I'm like, man, this guy. To this day, I can't listen to the handful of songs he had out.
No, I feel you. Handful.
The handful. I can't listen to it.
I mean, definitely just went in on my man, but I feel you. So let me ask the question then. I think with that, do you think if you would have shot your shot would have been successful? do you think some people get caught in like, this is my industry, and if you're not on this level, this, that, and the third, without knowing, like judging a book by its cover kind of thing, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So like, do you think that someone who may work a 9 to 5,
All right.
and then someone who's trying to go to the limelight, you think their worlds can mix?
You know, I think it all depends on the person. You know, because you have some folks, they're like, hey, look, you know, especially when it comes to entertainment, you know, I want to date someone in the entertainment sphere because they understand kind of the pressure of what's going on, the schedules, last minute things of that nature. Where somebody who's working a 9 to 5 is more rigid, you know, so they, you know, may look down upon them and say, yeah, you know, that's not really for me. But I mean, when you look in the entertainment industry, I mean, not to sound rude, but to call a spade a spade. I mean, folks just get passed around. You see such and such with such and such this week. A couple months later, you know, they broke up and now, you know, such and such is with such and such be and so forth.
Yeah, no, I feel you. It makes me think. So I got a little secret, a little. I ended up watching, you know, Housewives of Atlanta.
You know, before we touch on that, because I think this is about to really go left.
I'm just saying.
I'm a
it,
close.
it happened. I am comfortable in my skin, and it has happened. I did it.
I'm gonna close out the Sierra story,
Yeah.
and then we are going straight to that.
Nah, I mean, it ties in together, like you said. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have shot your shot. I mean, why shooting your shot? I mean, you think about it. We talk about the ad. That shot is. I mean, that would have been interesting back then. That would have been a very.
No,
Love to see how it played out.
No, I agree with you. And you know, I used to have this this little plaque up on my desk, and it was like a quote from Michael Jordan. And then, you know, it was him in the basketball court. And it was like, you know, you always miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You know, so I mean, everything is 50-50. You
That's
know, I
deep.
think a lot of folks are, you know, afraid of rejection, you know, so they may miss out on what's good for them because, you know, they can't put the foot on the gas and, you know, move forward.
That's deep.
But, you know, a couple months later, you know, I was watching 106 in Park, and I saw Sierra with this guy named Bow Wow.
Bow Wow.
I'm like, are you serious? I was like, oh, I definitely should have shot my shot. I'm like,
Yeah.
Bow Wow, this dude, man, I never let that one down.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I feel you on that, and that's why I agree. You know, you only fail if you never try. You never ask, it's always a no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's so many different ways we can go with it, right? And it's like, that's why I feel like you might as well just go, you know, what they say, balls to the wall. You know what I'm saying? Just go as hard as you can and strive. Because as soon as you quit, you know what I'm saying, you never know it's right around the corner. So
You don't.
you never know. So why not?
You
You know? Shoot your shot. The worst thing that can happen is the word no.
Exactly, man. Rejection is a part of life.
It helps you
man.
grow. It builds character.
Exactly. But you did mention something that I cannot let slide. You came on the pod talking about Real Housewives.
Real Housewife, I'm not gonna lie, dog. I fuck with my man Dennis on the low. Like Dennis, he's wild. Cause think about it, right?
I'm thinking. Go ahead.
This Bama owns a hot dog store. He may have done other things, but on the show. So first of all, I'm not gonna get deep how much I know the show. It's happened. Like I got caught into it one day. Like, I walked up the stairs, the shit happened. I was like, oh shit.
So you just sat down and had some popcorn and watched the show, huh?
I mean,
Yeah.
I watched it. I got comfortable. You know, I laid back and I was intrigued. I walked up the stairs. I remember, you know what I'm saying, I guess Portia on there, she was like, I'm not doing Housewives of Atlanta, but then also she pops up on the show.
Now Portia was married to like a athlete or something like that, right?
Yeah, Cordell Stewart.
Okay.
Cordell
okay.
Stewart, right? Now, I got a disclaimer. There's no reason I know all this shit, right?
I mean, I asked the question and you
I feel
had
like
the
I got
response
baited. I got fucking baited. I got baited. There's no reason why I knew that. But yeah, she was with Cordell Stewart. And I know a little bit more than that. I think it was a very tough time.
Okay.
You know, stuff we don't, you know, condone, but it was a very tough time for them. So maybe I know a little bit more than I, you know, confess to admit that I known, but whatever.
Hey,
Let's
man.
get back to the story.
Hey,
right?
this is a safe place, man.
Nah,
All
it
right.
ain't safe place. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. It
Hey,
ain't safe place.
hey, speak your truths.
I'm comfortable with my skin.
That's what I like to hear.
Okay, so
So tell me about Portia on this new show.
so the other day, like she posted.
So you follow her too?
No, it was on like it was one of them blogs, man. That's on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't follow. It was on one of them blogs.
Okay.
There's a million now. you know?
Cool.
I mean, it's like the new news. You know what I'm saying? Like it's irrelevant shit, but it's news, right?
So she was on your feed.
I mean, she popped up. But I guess it was relevant. I don't know. You know.
All right, I can dig it. Go now, please.
Somehow she popped up on my phone,
All right.
and I'm not confessing nothing else.
Well, you know
all
the
right?
phones be listening, so you be talking about this at home.
It may come up every once in a while, but it's not like I go in depth. You know, it happens.
Okay. All right.
However, I walked up the stairs and I was like, "Oh shit, they got a show, right? They got a show." And I'm thinking about this dude, Dennis.
That owns the hot dog stand.
Yeah, man. I don't want to call it a stand, but he has a hot dog store. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it's called, but he got a hot dog store.
All right. So my man Dennis runs a hot dog store. All right.
Yeah,
I follow.
What they call it? It sells glizzies, whatever the fuck you call that
Hey,
shit.
okay.
He fucking sells hot dogs.
All right. Yeah.
But the nigga, I mean, the dude made, or the guy, he's there.
Okay.
Right? And so he I guess on the show it's him, the new dude, and Portia, and he's all these, you know, all the aunties, the mothers, the grandmothers, the great grandmothers, the sisters and cousins.
I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like a drama. Go ahead.
But it trapped me in. I don't know how it did it. Like I ended up pressing pause on one TV. I feel like it's TMI.
No, hey, please. This is your safe place, man.
I found myself upstairs in the room.
Upstairs the den?
No, upstairs in the bed.
The bedroom. Okay, all right. So you left where you were comfortably
man.
to go upstairs to your bedroom to watch this show.
Yeah, I continued to watch it. It was interesting. I was just sitting there like, this shit is wild. But I appreciate that my guy Dennis, you know.
Your guy Dennis that owns the hot dog stand.
Hey, but we talk about shooting your shot. He shot his shot.
Nah, hey, facts.
You know?
Yeah.
You can't be mad at the man. The man shot his shot, and you know, look at him now. He got a hot dog stand in the show.
Hey, he's a business owner.
Hey, he's an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? We're talking black excellence. That's what we're talking about.
Hey, salute.
He sells hot dogs, and he's on the show. He did his thing.
Yeah.
I'm just calling a spade a spade.
So,
Shoot your shot.
he shot his shot. So you went upstairs to your bedroom and, got cozy under the covers to finish the show.
It's TMI. We're not going that far. All I'm simply saying is, one leg was out, one leg was in. It was just I was chilling.
You know me. As long as you weren't under a throw, curled up on the bed watching this show with like some hot chocolate or a glass of wine.
You know,
You
under
good
a
with me.
duvet. I was under a duvet. It was a comfy blanket.
Okay.
You know, it was under a duvet.
Nah, you gotta be comfortable, man.
So you gotta be comfortable. I was sitting back and watching. He just kept drawing me in.
You know what? I'm gonna leave that one alone on camera right now. But definitely, I'm putting a pin in that, and when we get together for this week, the Rum Shack, when the guys come over there's probably a 97% chance that I'm gonna mention this whole scenario, and I'm gonna color it in a little bit, as I feel like we did a lot of stuff, and I feel like we didn't get as in depth as we could have gotten with this topic.
I think that's fair.
Now, I really want to unpack it and find out, just how good the show is and how much you know about the Real Housewives, because you sound well versed in it.
I mean, I may have watched like an episode or two.
Or two, so then the multiple. It's cool, man.
It's caught me. I'm not gonna lie. Every once in a while, you're like, hey, the Skins are playing. I'm gonna watch Housewives. Why not? That's what I'm gonna do.
You know what? I can't let that one slide. So there's an NFL game on, and no matter who's playing, you opt to watch the Housewives over the football game.
Nah, cause usually by that time I'm probably doing something else. I'm trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Or I got Red Zone on again. No affiliation with that, but you know I got multiple things happening.
I understand.
Just playing somewhere in the background.
I understand. And you know what? Just to make sure I monitor myself and don't dig deeper with this one, we're gonna go ahead and move to the next topic.
Yeah. Let's do that.
You know, so my guy Rod Wave, you know, he released a track, and the track was titled Nirvana.
Yeah.
And then the man decided to, you know, take down all of his socials. You know, so socials is a word I just learned, man. You know, that's when you Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. You know, me, I'm old school. You know, I'm like, oh, you took down this, you took down that, but, you know, he took down all.
So socials is the plural of having multiple social media sites.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Exactly.
we had a new term to Webster.
Yes. Now,
Fucking
you know,
millennials.
you know, I thank our social media correspondent, you know, for
Yeah.
keeping us in the loop on things like that, because it's a lot to keep up with.
You know what I'm saying? These young folks are innovative. Like they're innovative. You know what I'm saying? Like to turn social media sites into socials and making that a term to where we, you know, people are going to abide by.
Exactly.
There are some, I appreciate them.
Nah, hats off to him.
There are some creative folks. I love it.
Hats off to him.
But like you said, so Nirvana.
So Nirvana, and you
Nirvana's
know,
deep. That's a deep track.
you know, and I listened to it, and you know, everyone was looking at, you know, like, is there a hidden meanings behind it, and things of that nature? Because you know, the lead singer for Nirvana was Kurt Cobain.
So I was gonna ask you. I was gonna say, you know, like, but you know what happened in that situation, right? And
exactly.
And you know, we talked about it. You know, mental health. We talk about men and not being able to express themselves fully and having that support. Because I believe in quality over quantity, right?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
having that partner that, you know what I'm saying, that other half that you can talk to, you could bounce the stuff off of. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's key. So you talk about Kurt Cobain, you know, the originator of Nirvana, you know what I'm saying? Then you have Rod Wave go about it. He deletes his socials.
Yeah.
You know, that was a big talk in the sense of mental health.
And you know what? When you think back to, you know, Rod Wave and his releases, you know, I first got exposed to him, you know, because I'm a big Kevin Gates guy. You know, Kevin Gates had executive produced one of his albums, you know, and I heard 2 songs. I'm like, oh, Rod Wave, wow, this dude's pretty cool. You know, so I went back listening to, you know, his old stuff. Like his first album that I came across was called PTSD.
Yeah.
Right? And when you listen to, you know, a lot of his songs, you know, he talks about, you know, situations he's been in, and you know, wanting to take his own life and things of that nature. And you know, a lot of artists, you know, they say that, you know, when they're writing songs, that's their therapy. You know, they're putting it on paper, putting it out for the world, and you know, getting it out there. And you know, my assumption, you know, based off his previous tracks, were, you know, that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, any, you know, pain or thoughts I have, it's like, you know, I'm putting it out here. Because when you listen to his tracks, you know, the dude is legit. He's straight.
Yeah, that's why I feel with Rod Wave. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's honest with his feelings. You know what I'm saying? I think that's big. I think that's as men, like I say, you know, we talk about you know, the whole housewife and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable in my skin. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I think a lot of times, you know, we feel like we can't be like that. You know, but he puts that on his tracks, and so, you know, whether people criticize him or not, he puts that on his tracks, and I do agree. Like Rod Waves, he lays it out there, and you feel like he's really painting a story of stuff he's truly experienced. He didn't even talk about like, I pushed this, I pushed that. He talks about ups and downs. He talks about like people being forgotten. He talks about memories. He talks about love. He talks about the whole shebang that we all really go through.
Exactly. It's relatable music.
Yeah, facts.
You know, where
in real life.
Exactly. You know, where a lot of stuff out there, you know, folks, you know, storytelling, you know, painting a facade, you know, but when he's talking, you know, you feel that it's stuff is genuine.
Yeah.
You know, it's authentic. So that's what really pulls you to it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of folks out there telling the same story.
Yeah.
And we know that the majority of the time, story's not real. Story's not authentic.
Stories from someone else's life.
Exactly, but it has a nice beat to it.
Yeah.
I, I can't count how many songs, and I used to work in the clubs that, I would have no idea, what they're talking about, what they're saying, but it's like, damn, this beat though, this is...
The beat, the flow, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, mental health has been, big the, last, couple of years. And, I look at a lot of it as, the upbringing.
Yeah.
Because, when you're raising, a little girl, it's like a softer touch.
Yeah.
Where with little boys, it's like, why are you crying? You fell down, get up. You'll be all right. So, being able to, express all that is totally different. And, when the man talks about PTSD, I remember, growing up, it was like 10 guys in my neighborhood, who I used to run with. Some were a little younger, some were a little older, but it's like that was the crew. We played ball together, go here, go there. We're going up, walking up to Addison Road, catching the train to, Roslyn, walking across the bridge, going to Georgetown, everywhere. And that's one of the beauties about being in the city.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you get that Metro fare card.
ASAP.
You can go everywhere except for Waldorf.
Waldorf, I think you gotta buy a plane ticket for Waldorf.
Oh man, I gotta take my digs about Waldorf. But Waldorf, hey, if you live out there, it's cool. Once you get there, it's a lot to do. But
Yeah.
it's too far for me. But I look at it and I was talking to my mother about 6 months ago. Because she was asking me about one of my buddies, and I'm like, yeah, things aren't going too well. So of that 10 dudes, 7 of them got killed before 30. And the majority of those dudes were set up by the women. So you see things like that. One got killed in a botched robbery and things like that. So when you grow up in the city, it's almost natural to have some sort of PTSD.
Yeah.
Because it's the environment we come from, and if you're not talking about those things, putting it out there, and getting it off your chest, and you keep stuff bottled up, man, that stuff eats you alive.
Yeah, and that's why you said, it's why we're raising in the next generation. We tell one side to let it out,
Yeah.
express yourself. The other side is keep it in, keep it tight.
Man, be tough.
Be tough.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like even I ask questions. I'm like, are you dying? Are you know what I'm saying? Are you bleeding? Like, are you like what?
Yeah.
You're not gonna make it. All right. If you're not, then you'll be all right. And what I'm saying? I think all of us we fall short of that in the sense of that empathy, that compassion, and just figuring out like, look, we put this weight on the younger men, young boys growing up generation. And so mental health is big. Like you talk about, Russell Westbrook just trying to figure out if he's going to leave Seattle or not, and follow his,
Oh yeah, I think he's definitely out. Because you look at their record this year, and when you look at the NFC West now, it's Chargers, Rams. 49ers, kind of, got banged around, but Seattle, they're not the prominent force they once were.
Yeah, and I think that's why I say I feel that he's more focused on, I had the support, so let me get back, right? And that's helped him out. But then you talk about Rod Wave, me coming out with Nirvana, coming out with this, expressing about what stuff he's lived through. And then you talk about, the, folks that have passed or done certain things, murder, suicide type situations, because they're going through something and they feel like they don't have an outlet. Yeah. So it gets deep, it gets that mental health is real, man. It's like that's how important it is to have that backing of quality over quantity. Like
you gotta have that
quality.
outlet.
You gotta have that outlet. Whatever your outlet is, you gotta do it.
Definitely.
So,
but now on to a more upbeat topic, because we are approaching the holidays. So what are your top 3 Christmas albums of all time. And you can't use Mariah Carey because I swear she's put out like 4 or 5 Christmas albums.
And she about to come out with a new one.
That's what I'm talking about. Come on now, you
She about to
can't.
come out with a new one on the low. My top 3 are Otis Redding.
You know, I actually went to his house. We'll come back to that, but go ahead.
That's what I'm saying, man. You're a man of many stories. Huh? You're a man of many stories. Everyone likes the Jacksons.
Yeah, my mom used to have the Jackson 5, you know, album.
You know,
Yeah, the
Santa
Christmas
Claus
album.
coming down the chimney.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, someone's kissing mama. You know,
Yeah.
the Jackson Fives have a solid Christmas album. So Otis Redding, Jackson 5, and on the low, the Dipset album. The Dipset Christmas album is wild as shit.
Jim Jones was wild for that one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The Dipset Christmas album, like that shit is the turn up. Like that shit right there. You put that on, it changed the whole vibe. Like I will rock out with the Dipset Christmas
A
album.
Dipset Christmas. That was the name. Now, ironically, how did you find out about that album?
I'm not gonna lie, man. I think I was in the Rum Shack. I think I was in the penthouse, and I was just, you know, you put me on. You told me about the Dipset. I was sitting there. I was like, hey, Dipset got a Christmas album, and you're like, yeah, it was Dipset Christmas.
It's crazy. I think I was cleaning up the house one day. I had I don't know if it was BET or BET Jams on, and they were playing a video from it. I think I dropped a broom because I'm like, hold on, what?
Yeah,
This man Jim Jones singing, you know, Christmas music?
yeah,
I was like, from a marketing standpoint, I get it. You know, everybody has to have, you know, Christmas album is something, you know, you can put out around the holidays. You know, if you're in a contract, it's like, look, you got 2 albums left. All right, Christmas album, here's one. And I got one more. Then, you know, you can shop around for a better deal. But I was blown away. So I
Yeah.
had to share that experience and that same shock and awe.
yeah. It's in my
With
top
everyone.
3. I appreciate that. It's in my top 3 now. I definitely done had them. You know, Motown. Everyone got an old school Christmas album.
Yeah.
But not
you know.
Dipset's in my top 3.
Well, you know, I don't necessarily have albums, but I have songs. I think my top Christmas song of all time is my guy DMX singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
That's a wild boy.
That is classic. Because, you know, you look at DMX, you know, as how he was.
Rest in
you know,
paradise.
Rest in paradise. Minus, you know, the prayers he did at the end of the show. But you just envision him and witness him singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's classic.
Yeah,
Classic.
that you can put that up there. That's an entertaining song right there. You can put that up there. What are your other 2?
So, you know, got to rep the DMV to the fullest. Chuck Brown.
Merry Christmas.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. Because whether, you know, back in the day you were listening to 93.9, 95.5, 96.3, don't know if he made it to the 102.3.
yeah.
You know, back in the day, you know, those were the 4 stations, you know,
Yeah.
4 main stations. And that song would come on, you know, with the beat and the go-go. It's like, man, that is timeless right there.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's a solid song. All right, so that's 2. What's your 3rd?
My 3rd, man, this is gonna be the throwback, you know, because my mother loved the Motown Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, we had on the
I
album.
mean, everyone love that. I mean, that's one of the things you
Yeah.
ride up down the highway and your old heads, your parents are playing, and you just sleeping in the back seat, trying to lean your head in the middle.
Man, I can't count how many copies I bought for her. First, she had the album. Album started getting scratched, played too much. Got her the tape. Tape popped. Bought her the CD. You know, to this day, you know, she still has my old radio in the kitchen with the CD player. And she will be playing that from Thanksgiving up until about MLK Day.
So we gotta love our old heads, man. We gotta love them.
Exactly. And, and that begs, another question. A lot of folks put their Christmas trees up, right after Thanksgiving. When should you take your Christmas tree down?
I think you got like 5 days after. Like January 2nd, like you should probably take your tree down. I think even New Year's is a stretch. 'Cause I don't think you should go past 11/31 with the 2021 or the previous year tree. Maybe keep it for festivities and keep it to have the ooh, but nah.
I'm gonna shout out, one of my Caribbean boys. Well, he's married to a Trini. I won't mention his name. We'll talk about it off camera. My guy leaves his tree up until probably about July or August.
How's that shit not dead?
Well, and see that gets into it versus the live tree versus the plastic tree.
Well, you asked me earlier what I did. You know what I'm saying? I picked up a tree.
You bought a real tree.
I bought a real tree.
Oh man.
Trees are expensive as shit.
Yeah, I mean the price of everything's going up.
Nah, scratch that. Trees are expensive as shit. But, it's the holidays. Like, I want a tree, I want that smell, I want that. That's what I want.
Oh, you want that fresh pine and all those pine needles all over the floor.
That's cool. That's what I got a broom for. I'm straight.
Hey, I mean, to each his own. I'm all about convenience. I like those pre-lit trees. Because having the string lights on a tree is the most annoying thing possible. And it's not even a string them up, it's taking them down and storing them.
Yeah.
Because you gotta fold them or wrap them a certain way, man. It's a process.
It's the holiday. Get in the spirit. Like, do the work. Like, it's the holiday. That's what you in the holiday for.
I'm in the holiday. We put our tree up last week. All the ornaments, everything, the bows.
I have a naked tree right now.
How long have you had this tree?
It hasn't come with lights.
Exactly.
It didn't come with lights.
So you got a tree just sitting in the corner with no lights,
it
no
got
ornaments,
a skirt.
nothing.
It got a skirt on it, and it's white, silver, and blue. You see the star. So it's white, silver, and blue, and that's kind of the theme we go with, right? So, yeah, I don't know. It get skirted or it get decorated this week, but
I mean, Christmas Eve is next Friday, right?
yeah, man, time's been flying.
Time has been flying.
We're about to be in the new year. But just focusing on the holidays, getting through that. And you got 7 days after that, getting to the new year. Time is flying.
Tell me about it. I still gotta do Christmas shopping. I was talking to my mother last week, and she was asking, when I was going to pick up certain things. I was like, yeah, I'm going out next weekend, and she was like, huh? And she said, Christmas is next weekend. I totally lost the whole week.
Yeah, it's the holiday season. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think for me, a real tree where it's at, a real tree. But again, I get it. Like one of my folks, man, he got a other tree. It came with lights. He got this little elf with the arms out the side of it and the hat on top of it. It's kind of cool.
See, my tree is still in my storage, so I get clowned because the tree I have up in my crib is no bigger than this hookah right here.
It's like the Charlie Brown tree out there.
But it's pre-lit. The gifts fit under it. Everyone's happy.
No gift fits under that tree.
Of course it does. You put the gifts all around the tree.
Yeah, I get gift cards.
Taking shots now.
That's very my fault. You're still my folks, though.
Sorry, I asked the boy what he wanted for Christmas. Teenager. Clothes and a gift card.
Yeah.
Something. Fair enough.
That's what's up. He's getting into that realm.
Yeah. Boy wears a size 13 now. Now he feels my pain. I took him shoe shopping because he was trying out for his basketball team. Boy wears a size 13 now. So now he feels my pain. We're in the store like, yeah, you got this? My man hitting the scanner. Nah, we ain't got it. You got this? Nah, we ain't got it. So then it became, look, we need a 13. What do you have in 13 so we can figure out and make decisions based off that? When I tell you we went to like 5 different stores, to find shoes. And that's why, I buy stuff online now. And it's been that way for a while. Little George, right?
Yeah.
So back at Morgan, me and Little George used to go shoe shop together. So Little George wears like a size 6.
That's sweet.
I was wearing a 14. So we walk in the store, he's getting like pair of this, pair of that, pair of that. Getting in the register, I'm walking there with my one box of 14s. It was a stretch to find because I called ahead to figure out who had what.
Yeah.
And I was like, dog, we can't go shopping no more, man. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
You getting 3 pairs of shoes, I'm getting one. You're still spending less than me. The math don't add up, man.
Nah, I feel you. That's the suck.
But that's my guy, though. Now, I'm not gonna lie. If he hits me up tomorrow, like, hey, tall man, hey, make this run with me, I'm gonna go.
That's what's up.
But I'm not gonna initiate that run.
It's holiday season, man. It's where everyone links up. It's holiday season. That's what we do now. It's just the holiday, man. Get into the festive spirit.
Yeah, but Amazon has kind of been a convenience and a hindrance. Because now you can just go on your phone, order what you need, you got it at the crib, 2 days later. You're not going out, you're not fighting the lines. Mall parking lots right now. I'm dreading. As you pull up, you already, parked back at the end of the road.
Yeah.
Trying to get the spot, walk in, and everywhere you go, you're walking shoulder to shoulder, and
It's COVID time, man. These numbers are spiking. So yeah, you're trying to just keep it simple.
I'm trying to get in, get out. I got a targeted approach, and one of the things I like about the DMV is we have escalator etiquette.
Yeah.
When you're on the escalator, you stand on the
Right.
right, you walk on the left.
Facts. Facts.
That is a staple. And it's like, during the holidays, everybody wants to stand together, so you're
Yeah.
trying to get up the stairs, and man, it is annoying.
That's facts. But definitely, man, it's the holiday season. Is where we're at. Tis the season.
It's just the season. And toss that hat.
Nah, probably, walk in and the whole Santa outfit. With the blue and silver. Dress up nice, you know what I'm saying? Just be clean.
I mean, well, the Santa outfit is technically like a burgundy-ish red. I've never seen a Santa wearing blue, but hey, that's just me.
I don't think it's burgundy. Let's not make it a stretch. I think it's red.
Burgundy is a subset of red, correct?
Yeah, but the word we're using is subset. So no, it's
Can
not.
you make burgundy without red?
No,
Thank you.
you can figure it out though.
Nah, hey, there's definitely no blue in it.
I feel you. No, that's what's up. No, but definitely tis the season. Definitely wanna, wish folks happy holidays.
Yeah, and be safe. Be safe.
Definitely happy holidays. Wish
Crime
you all
is
nothing
up.
but the best. Crime is up. Keep your head on the swivel, and just definitely happy holidays, man.
Yeah, don't be
Cheers, man.
don't be that guy or that woman, that goes in the store and buys something and go and put in your trunk and go back and buy more.
Facts.
Log those bags around with you, because folks are hungry. They're desperate.
Yeah.
They're desperate. But before we get out of here this week, so what you got going this weekend?
Nothing, man. Just if we got, we're doing a couple, let's call it an exchange of gifts with some folks.
Y'all just exchanging gifts, or you doing the White Elephant gift exchange, or y'all doing a little bit of everything?
I just really learned about the White Elephant gift thing.
Oh,
White
man.
Elephant gift and the Secret Santa and all that.
White Elephant, I love it. You
I don't-
can
I
steal
don't-
gifts.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't like that shit. Especially if you like early, you get something sweet, and someone takes yours, and you just keep getting tooken. Like you feel like you feel violated. I'm not gonna fight you. You feel real violated.
it is all a strategy.
Nah, not cool. Not especially you get a sweet gift, and then people start giving like nail polish remover and shit.
But see, that's your thing, man. If you have an early number, you don't go for the best gift because you know it's gonna get stolen.
But you don't know if it's the best gift because it's wrapped.
Man, you can look at boxes. You can kind of tell some things. You know, some stuff. You know, like you know, the limit's $20. This is some candy. This is some socks.
So let me ask
This
you a
is-
question. Have you never not put a gift that's super small in a big box with a lot of paper?
Well, that's the way I wrap my gifts in general. You know, 'cause I like to throw everyone off.
So whether you have, you know, a diamond in there or a pair of shoes in the same size box.
Nah, but this is the White Elephant Gift Exchange. There's no diamonds or tennis shoes. It's always like a $20 limit, $30 limit.
I'd rather get a $15 limit than nail polish remover. That's just me.
I mean, you go on the Google, man. It's a couple different home remedies that a nail polish remover can be used for.
Facts. Nah. It's a good time, though. I'm with you. Those are good times. They make it exciting. Push everyone in the spirit.
Exactly. Well, you know, I'm not doing too much. You know, I got this new 9 to 5. You know, so we're having a celebration party on Friday
Okay.
at a spot that will remain nameless.
Yeah.
You know, but it should be a good time. I think we got somewhere between 30 to 40 folks coming out.
That's what's up.
You know, could be more. Don't know. Trying to be still, you know, be COVID friendly. You know, make sure everybody's safe. You know, feels comfortable. But you know, it should be a good time.
Yeah, no. I think it's someone's. Yeah, it's gonna be a really good time. I think I forgot about that. You mentioned that earlier to me. You know, pre-show. Yeah, I think it goes down. It goes down this week, so it's gonna be a good time. Little goodbye thing. You know, be a good time, but also go into the holiday.
Exactly. So my whole Saturday is based upon just how hard we go Friday night.
Yeah.
You know, because when
I
it's,
forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's gonna go down Friday.
yeah, you know, when it's your event, you know, you can't get too loose. You know, because
Yeah.
you still got to be able to greet people. You know, it's gonna be some folks that show up early, some folks who show up, you know, during the event. You know, some folks from the events, and then you know, just walking in. You know, as everybody has, you know, lives, responsibilities.
Yeah.
So you know, you want to be able to, you know, greet people and chop it up, and you know, still have a pretty decent conversation with them.
Yeah, I mean, your events, it goes down at your events. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, the only thing I can say is make sure that everyone who comes out, you know, they have a full meal.
Yeah, be safe.
Yeah, and get home safe. You know, I mean, if you're not in the immediate area, you know, get your Uber lined up, get your
Be
Lyft,
safe. Be
get
safe.
your car service, phone a friend. Whatever you need to do to have your ride lined up, you know, because it is the holidays, and the holidays cops are out.
Yeah, be safe.
Yeah,
Drink responsibly.
definitely. You know. Well, we'd like to thank you all for joining us this week. You know, once again, you know, shout out to, you know, Shisha to you for sponsoring us. Those of you who follow us on YouTube, you know, we appreciate it. You know, definitely, you know, click the link, you know, subscribe. You know, leave your feedback in the comments. You know, if there's something that you want to let us know about, you know, new flavor, new brand, new blend, you know, we'll definitely try it out and, you know, give you our feedback. As you see here, you know, we're real, we're honest, so, you know, we're going to give you our opinion, you know. So if you have a flavor that flavor profile just is not hitting, you know, you got two guys here who are going to tell you what's what, maybe offer some suggestions as to, you know, how you can modify that. So, you know, we'll see. And last but not least, don't forget to clean your hookahs. You know, stop letting that hookah sit there with the water in the base and, you know, not cleaning it out. You know, has to be cleaned. You know, if you want that crisp smoke and those flavors to hit the way you anticipated, clean your hookahs out. You know, so until next week, we appreciate your support. We'll do it again soon.
Click, like, and subscribe.
Hustle 5 Ways Radio.